Hello, mere pyare students, and welcome back. I know, exams are just around the corner and the pressure is on. But don't you worry. Today we're going to tackle a super important topic, and I promise you, by the end of this, you'll be a pro. Let's talk about file handling in Python. So let's start with a little puzzle. You've been playing a game, right? You get a new high score, you're super happy, you close the game, you even switch off your computer. But the next day, your high score is still there. How does that happen? Is it magic? Nope. It's all about file handling, the secret sauce that makes our data permanent. Okay, think of it this way. You know the variables you make in your program? They're kind of like a phone call. The moment you hang up the conversation, it's just gone. Poof, vanished into thin air. That's temporary. But files are like your personal diary. You write in it, you close it, and you can open it again years later and everything is still there. That's permanent storage. So what exactly is a file? Well, it's really just a named spot on your computer's hard disk. It's like a permanent home for your data. You give it a name, like my_story.txt, and it keeps everything safe for you to use later. Simple as that. Right. Let's get into the two main types of files. You can think of them as two superheroes of the data world. We have text files and we have binary files. Each one has its own special power. So text files, they're like that diary we talked about. You can open them in any simple text editor and read everything perfectly. But binary files, now they're a bit more mysterious. They're like a secret coded message. They hold the real data for things like your photos, your songs, your videos. You can't just open them and read them. You need a special program to decode what's inside. And this picture shows it perfectly. On the left, you see a text file nice and clear. But if you try to open a binary file, like a picture, in a text editor, you get this jumble on the right. It just looks like garbage to us. It's the computer's own secret language. Okay, enough with the theory. Let's get to the fun part. It's time to roll up our sleeves and actually write some code. We're going to see exactly how to create a file, write some information into it, and then read it back. Come on, it's going to be easy. So the very first step, no matter what you want to do, is to open the file. You use the open function for this. Think of it like getting a special key for the file. This key is called a file handle, and it's what lets you unlock the file and start working with it. Now, this is super important for your exam, so listen carefully. When you open a file, you have to tell Python what you want to do. These are called modes. R is for reading, A is for appending, which means adding to the end. But be very careful with W mode. W is for writing, but if the file already has something in it, W mode will erase everything. Everything gone, just like that. Okay, so you've opened your file. How do you actually put text inside? You use the write method. But here's a little secret you have to remember. If you want to start a new line, you have to tell Python explicitly by adding /n at the end of your string. That's the magic code for a new line. And what if you have a whole list of sentences you want to write? Well, you could use the write method over and over in a loop, but that's a lot of work. The smarter way is to use writelines. You just give it your list and boom, it writes everything all at once. So efficient. And look at that. See? This is what your file will look like after using writelines. Each sentence is on a new line, all neat and tidy. That's because we remembered to put our little /n friend at the end of each string. Perfect! Now, how do we get the data out of the file? You have three amazing tools. Read is like trying to drink the whole bottle of water in one go. It reads the entire file. Readline is like taking one sip at a time. It reads just one line. And readlines is, well, that reads everything and gives it to you in a nice, neat list of lines. This is a golden rule, so listen up. Once you are finished with a file, you absolutely must close it with .close. It's like locking your house when you leave. But you know what the even better, safer way is? Use the with open statement. It's like a magic door that closes and locks itself automatically. It's the best way for sure. Okay, now we are going to learn a real superpower. What if you don't just want to save text? What if you want to save a whole Python list or a dictionary exactly as it is? Well, for that, we need a little bit of magic. And that magic is called the pickle module. Yeah, I know, pickling is a funny name. But think of it like this. You're packing your lunch dabba for school. You don't just put text in there, right? You put your roti, your sabzi, your achar. Everything is packed perfectly. That's what pickling does. It packs your entire Python object, like a list, into a file so you can use it later. So, how do we pack this daba? It's a simple 3-step recipe. First, you import pickle. Easy. Second, you open the file, but this time in WB mode. The B is for binary. And third, you just pickle.dump your list into the file. And that's it. Your data is all packed up. And getting it back is just as easy. To unpack your daba, you again import pickle. Then you open the file in RB mode for read binary. And finally, you use pickle.load to bring your object back to life. And just like that, it's back, exactly the way you saved it. How cool is that? All right, everybody, deep breath. We're almost done. Now let's do a super fast lightning revision of all the most important points you need to remember for your exam. Eyes on the screen, let's go. Here it is, your ultimate summary. Text files are for us, humans. Binary files are for the computer. Remember the modes, R, A, and the dangerous W. For writing, you have write for one string and writelines for a list. For reading, you have read, readline, and readlines. And for saving whole objects, you have pickle, dump, per. Go ahead, take a screenshot of this. It's your perfect revision slide. Okay, exam question alert. This one comes up all the time. What is the main difference between the write method and the writelines method? Take a second, think about it. What do you think? And here's the answer. Write takes just a single string, only one. But writelines dot is more powerful. It takes a whole list of strings. So it's one versus many. That's the main difference you need to write in your exam. Easy marks. And that's a wrap. You now have the awesome power of file handling in Python. You can make your programs remember things forever. So my question to you is, what amazing project are you going to build first? Let me know your ideas in the comments. All the best for your exams. I know you will do wonderfully. I'll see you in the next one. Keep learning.